Live 2024, the fuckery continues. Shit. Yo, man, there's a lot going on. And not all bad, not all good, just going to talk about everything that's going on right now. So, let's do it. I say the first thing we'd start out with, and the reason I'm not showing myself is because I'm actually sitting here fucking playing the first Resident Evil and shit, just enjoying my day. So I'm not gonna be looking at the camera, so I'm like, I might as well just leave it off. So anyway, what the hell is up with the Diddy files, man? I think that's the first thing we're gonna go with. Seeing how we've been talking about that for a minute, but now can people still say that it's speculation or just rumors? It's not just rumors about homosexuality anymore. It's about cleaning up crime scenes and having his son as an assailant to crime scenes, extorting people. We already knew about the woman situation, but now there's an underage that was like 17 or 16 when it happened. That's wild. Now, for people to think that it's just, Puff Daddy, there's a lot of other wild stuff that happened around Bad Boy Records. Has anybody heard that interview or saw that interview with Lil' Kim where she talks about Biggie choking her out until she passed out in an elevator? That's a pretty interesting one. So, woman abuse was high around there. So the whole Porter situation, his baby mama getting killed, makes you wonder. Now, there's other things going on, like the Nickelodeon situation, which I talked about that before, like I said, on the Connecting the Dots video. I've been spoke on it, the whole Dan Snyder situation, and then there was a couple more people. Now they're trying to say the Nickelodeon new symbol, because Nickelodeon has a few symbols of the splat of GAC, I think they call it. They're saying that it resembles Epstein Island. Now, here's the funny thing. Before that, they had a foot symbol. Okay, supposedly Dan Snyder had a foot fetish. All right, so then there's that. Then there's the original symbol. And the original symbol of Nickelodeon is like a film director with a camera. The original symbol is a camera. So it's all there. You know what I'm saying? It's all there. Child molesting in the industry is not a new thing. I don't think anybody can say it. I keep forgetting the name of that one guy who was an actor from the 80s and like the late 70s, but he ended up having like a threesome with his own daughter, bro. He ended up getting her high on drugs. She had a little short career too. They actually played in a movie together. And, she got all drugged out and everything like that. So the stuff around the industry is not really new. What else was they just talking about? Better yet, hold on. It's on. Oh, the Usher thanking the devil. You know what I mean? Has anybody seen that clip? Anybody seen the clip of Usher saying he meant to say deepest, like my deepest thank you, but he was about to worship the devil. He was about to say it all to the depth and he like cleaned it up real quick. Anybody seen that tape? Now that's all Hollywood stuff. Okay, what about anybody seen the clip of AOC not knowing that AOC doesn't know that RICO is a crime. She thinks that's like a name of a group of crimes. But what she doesn't get is a RICO is a case. You know what I'm saying? A murder case, a robbery case, a extortion case, a RICO case. It is a crime. RICO is just organized crime. A RICO is basically like a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? We can't get this dude because he's blocked by all this in front, making it seem like he's not doing anything. Okay, that's mafia stuff. Who would need mafia type tactics in a position that they were in? A VP. A vice president would need something like that because he knows there's certain things he's not supposed to be doing. Like foreign deals and taking money and all that different type of stuff. That's all on Obama watch. Obama, clear as hell, distanced himself away from it. Not saying that he didn't do dirt neither, but he had to have co-signed it because how would that have slipped under your? How foreign deals getting done from VP's children? You know what I mean? And you wouldn't know nothing about it. You just don't know nothing. You hired this guy. It just doesn't add. What else is going on right now? I think everybody knows the flop of female rappers. You know what I'm saying? Saying how those the female artists aren't selling like they used to, or better yet, they don't really sell at all and they cost much. I'm pretty sure people know that. But speaking of female rappers, what's up with Playboi Carti? Playboi Carti is rolling around with rouge on his face and pigtails and just doing a lot of feminine stuff. You know, a lot of femininity. You know, acting and role playing. And I'm just saying to myself, can we just come to terms that all of them pretty much have probably bent over? There's probably no solid people in the industry at all. I mean, can we just come to terms with that? I wonder. What else is fucking going on? What the hell is his name? The Tate brothers. The Tate brothers got locked up again because of a Europe hold. It was something like that in Europe. Now, my whole thoughts on that is it's where the money's coming from. You know what I'm saying? If they doing female webcamming and stuff like that, okay, they speak with an English accent. Where do you think most of their money's coming from? It's probably going to be America or Europe. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're popping in Romania like that. I think that's just where they got the females at. So, to me, I think that's why they got indicted. I think they got released again, but, is it pimping or is it trafficking? You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the real question for the Tate brothers. Is they pimping or are they trafficking? Because I don't want people to be talking about it like they some noble dudes or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. These niggas making money off pimping. Obviously. It's clear as day. Obviously, they pimping. Okay. But is it illegal pimping or is it legit pimping? Like, is it guerrilla pimping? Are they forcing these girls to do it? Or is it like they getting their Mac bars in and, the shorties are doing it? I don't know. But I do know that's why Europe indicted them. I know that's why Europe locked them up because I'm pretty sure they're following the money, and the money is probably coming from tricks in Europe because, like I said, that's where the Tate brothers is doing most of their business anyway is in Europe. So I'm pretty sure that's where all their tricks is at. In Europe, they probably got a little underground little, network. Or maybe not underground, just like they leased the building, and you know what I'm saying. They working their clients out of there. Probably got some phone dispatchers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Do 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 do, calling hot bitches. What do you need? Like whatever the fuck they're doing. Like I'm just saying, I feel that's why that happened. Um, some females that was talking at a because it's the month of female, International Women's Month, something like that. Some women were talking at one of them, talking about women's rights, and some transgender dudes, uh, started making a problem at their little thing. Now, this is interesting to me because it's like who do we give more? Who are we giving women's rights to? Are we giving it to women? Or are we trying to give it to dudes? Because if it's a guy in a female, outfit wanting women's rights, but they're disrespecting women at the same time, well, then how the hell are they, women? If women are saying, no, we're here talking for, women's rights, and they're like, well, we're women too. And they're like, well, no, we're talking about the baby makers. And they're like, well, nah, we can make babies too. But it's like, the women are like, nah, bro, but you gotta have money to make babies. See, I make babies for free. All I need to do is, ask the person, do they want some? You know what I'm saying? He give me the, the deed, nut him in. There it is. See, I make a baby is free of charge. You gotta first pay like $50,000 to fucking. You gotta make sure a woman's life alive and well and willing to, sell the uterus. And it's like, okay, then you gotta pay $50,000 to have a doctor cut you open. You know what I'm saying? Sew in the uterus. You gotta make sure that you gotta hope the surgery go well. Cause say it's a failed surgery, then like you lost your dick, and you don't have a vagina, and you can't make babies. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got a lot you got to go through. So the person who got to pay $50,000 to hopefully have a surgery that works for them to be able to make this freak show called a specimen, because I can't even call this a baby. I don't know what the fuck this is. Probably smell like shit and throw up. But look, I'm just saying, in order to do that, it's going to run you about $50,000. So, so it's like, how are you arguing with these natural women? They're just like, look, this. Well, a smart woman would have been said this, but I don't know if they're going to allow a woman this wise to even talk to them. But it's like a smart woman would have said, well, since we've been fighting against men all this time, and this is the point of us trying to get rights and stuff, I think it's pretty effed up that now we're trying to justify guys in wigs with freak show surgeries trying to speak for us again. It's like in a secret way, it's like men are trying to take women's rights again. You know what I'm saying? Or make it to where women don't have any rights, because now you're being represented by these wannabe women, but they're not women. Like, women go through like a suicidal time when they're going through periods. Not saying that they want to commit suicide, but they have suicidal thoughts. They go through depression and cramps and all that. Okay, the guy is not going through that. So even if he says in his psyche, "Oh, I feel like I'm a girl," you can't feel like you're a girl because you've never bled, never had to deal with cramps, bro. You never had to deal with the psychosis of the things that girls had to deal with. Because see, they're really girls. You know what I mean? It's just like a guy. It's like a girl can't relate to what a guy has to really go through. She's not a dude. She doesn't see the world through the eyes of a man. Can't put on a backward hat and fucking wear some Jordans, and now you understand what a man goes through. That's insane. So it's really weird. It's a really weird time that we're in, where people are like justifying ignorance, and it's like they're letting these people vote. They're letting these people be around kids, and we're not just talking about gay people. No, we're talking about the ones who are justifying it. They don't even have to be gay. A lot of these people that are speaking for gay rights aren't even gay. That's the crazy thing, is agents and everything. Even the like there's a lot of homosexuals and lesbians and transgenders and whatever other names they got that don't like the LGBT. They don't like that movement because they know it's not really for them. It's corporate. You know what I'm saying? It's really not standing for the rights, because most of these gays, they don't want to be twerking in front of no fucking kids, and they don't want to be, out there in these freak parades. Like a lot of them say that they don't even go to shit like that. They don't, because being gay and homosexual was inclusive before it was even labeled as bad to do. It's always been taboo. That's always been taboo. That's old as hell. That's not nothing new. That's old as shit. They always were in secrecy because that's not the norm. You don't see walking down the street 2 men, 2 women. That was never normal. So it's like, for the ones that try to parade it out in the world and stuff like that, the real gays know. They know you're a poser. You're an actor to this. You're not a real activist for gay rights. That's why you're trying to make it like a fucking show, when it's not a show. It's an experience in life that certain people with certain brain patterns experience. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. All right. Candace Owens got fired from Daily Wire. You got coons like fucking Amazing Lucas, because I watch him, and I think he's all right. I just, sometimes when you listen to him, you really gotta freak out, because you gotta be like, yo, bro, is either this dude is blind or he's an agent. He has to be, because it's like, how the hell could you literally be this grown, bro, and look at the Democrats and look at the Republicans and then look at true American history, bro, like you claim you're smart, and not see the game? You don't see, come on, man. You don't see how the black people that you're claiming you represent, the smart ones, you don't see where that was. You don't see how that was in Reconstruction, bro. You don't see how that was before the civil rights and all that crap, the marches and all that. You don't see how that was there. But you claim to know these people? Man, something's not adding up with you. I think you're learning black history from white colleges. That's who Amazing Lucas reminds me of. He reminds me of a black person claiming to represent black people, but all your black information is not coming, from the cloth. It's coming from fucking some book, some textbook. It's like, bro, you're like how the hell can I say it, bro? You're a poser black. You're like a black poser. You know what I'm saying? People listen to my voice, and sometimes they hear how I talk and they think I'm posing. I'm like, nah, there's just 2 types of Californians you can be. You can either be, a ghetto Californian, where it's like you never really advance your language, or you just, how can you say it? Like basic English. Like there's really no slang to it. There's no accent to it. It's just regular words. He seems like a Berkeley nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of a robot. Like, bro, you're programmed. You know what I'm saying? You're not authentic. Let's say it like that. So he was dissing Candace Owens. And he's like, oh, see, you got what you got. That's what you get for bootlicking and all this different stuff. And I'm like, what's so funny about y'all? I don't even think Candace truthfully fired for the reason people think she is. On one hand, you could say that anti-Semitic stuff, but she really wasn't anti-Semitic any fucking way, because I will always hold that point that black people truly can't be anti-Semitic, because it's like, what are they mixing with? You know what I'm saying? What are these Semitics mixing with, bro? Like, how can they be mixed with something? They're mixed of what? You know what I'm saying? What are they mixed with, bro? You know what I'm saying? Are you saying that they're not mixed with these Hamites, and they're just white and what are they, Mesopotamian? Like, what are you saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. They're Semitic for a reason, because they're half of something. Okay, let's just go to their prophets. Moses married a Canaanite. Abraham had an Egyptian baby mama. Solomon married a Canaanite. Queen Sheba. The list goes on. King David, he messed with a gang of Hamite women. It's like, bro, all the Hebrews slept with African women. All of them did. Don't ever let these motherfuckers tell you no lie like that. Just read their book. They admit that shit. Oh no, just like they Paleface did with the Indians. They was taking people's lands through the lineage, and it's like in old days, that's how you did it. You had to marry through the women. You know what I'm saying? A guy, he could just bring whatever, but they don't get the throne, motherfucker. Hell no, like no. You had to get the throne through the women. So what? How could she be anti-Semitic? She can't be anti-Semitic. She's black. You know what I'm saying? That's just off the rip. She can't be anti-Semitic because the half that these people are claiming is Hamite. It's this African. So that is a bogus argument to smart people. To the layman's, they wouldn't see that. They would just see skin and not know anything historically and would just say, yeah, it makes sense. She's anti-Semitic. She's talking about Jews. But it's like, that's not true. The reason I feel that she was fired, because some people will talk about all her conspiracy theories about Hollywood and stuff like that. Oh, you talking too much. You talking about the girl that they faked her death and all this different stuff, and Diddy and all this. Like, nah, they're gonna cancel you. You gotta be quiet. I don't think that's why. I think both of those are great points that she moved towards. You know what I'm saying? We need people like that to talk about stuff like that. But the real reason I think that they canceled her is because that Siegfried and Roy shit. That Sigmund Freud shit. When she brought that out, that your psychiatrist, the one who you deem credible for brain psyche, knowledge and all this BS that y'all talk, this motherfucker was a homosexual. And now people will be like, oh well, there's nothing wrong with that. To a degree, there's something wrong with it because that means he has like mental issues. Remember, it didn't change until the 70s. But on top of that, his best friends were pedophiles. He was best friends with this dude that molested his own son. So not only are you a pedophile, but you're an incest pedophile too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of weird shit that they do not speak about. And she brought that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And like I keep telling people, I'm like, that's not something you're supposed to be talking about. You're not supposed to be connecting the dots to that degree. You know what I mean? They don't like stuff like that. Where it's like, oh wait, so you're talking about something that some people have been talking about for years. Where they're talking about these people aren't, who they say they are. It's their little freak show. But anyway, so she's about to start something new. I say she should go with Tucker Carlson. They was cool. When he was on Fox, he used to bring her on all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's got his own thing popping right now. I don't see why she couldn't take advantage. Make a couple numbers. You know what I'm saying? She can make some bread and keep her thing relevant. Somebody said she should go with Trump, but I'm like, that's stupid because Trump's only a president, bro. He's only got 4 more years he could run anyway. So if you're a journalist, you're someone who's into, journalism, why wouldn't you go with a journalist? You probably would get further with him, get 10, 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? At the Tucker Carlson network, or fuck with Elon. You know what I'm saying? Elon lets freedom of speech go. Like, I was just looking at different avenues she could take. But that's cool. Get the fuck off Daily Wire. They ain't worried about shit. He ain't talking about nothing anyway. I like Ben Shapiro. He cool, but of course he's one-sided when it comes to the whole, Palestine Israel thing. It makes sense, motherfucker. He's an Israeli. Like, why wouldn't he be? What else is going on? I mean, of course, you got the typical, stuff on No Jumper and all that. But supposedly DJ Vlad is supposed to be doing a boxing match. I don't know with who. I forgot with who, but supposedly he's supposed to be doing a boxing match. I don't even know if that's going to happen, but that's supposedly going down. The Magical Negro. I think that's one of them movies where it's like, I think it's a parody that as trying to tell some truth, but in the end, it's just gonna make black people seem dumb and racist. I haven't seen it yet, but I already know what push they're trying to go with that, and I'm just here to tell people, look, bro, that's not the way. This country's too much in debt to do the race bait and shit anymore. Like that shit been played out anyway for a long time. But it's like, in truth, that's Democrat tactics. You know what I'm saying? Blacks telling blacks to be racist is Democrat tactics. Technically, you don't have to be racist at all to do your own thing. Like Officer Tatum brought up, he's like, oh, I think everybody was racist back in the day, but it's like, I don't believe that's so. I think nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all on your mind state how you do things. I don't think people was tripping off of, other nations, what they was doing, because they was doing their own thing. That's like saying when Egypt was on top doing its thing, they were worried in the building sense of what other people's doing. You know what I'm saying? Battle wise, yeah, you got to keep your eyes on your enemy. But it's like, as far as cultivating and stuff like that, why would you be a dynasty worried about what other people are doing if you rocking the house? It's not like you fucking up. No, you doing good. So you might, work with other minds, you know what I'm saying, to build collaborations and stuff like that. But I don't think you're stressing off anybody else. It's just like Americans. It's just like y'all in America. Y'all not really, really stressed off other people. You're not, because y'all living well. You know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't have a bunch of McDonald's and shit was scarce around this motherfucker, maybe y'all would be more, in line to plead with other nations and stuff like that. Like, if you notice in this country, who's the only people that really care about out of towners or stuff like that, is mainly broke people and Democrats. Democrats, because they get paid off broke people. They don't really care about broke people. That's why they still broke, and Democrats got all this money. They kept claiming tax the rich, but they get rich while the people that they talking about representing stay poor, but they claim that they represent the poor. That's a hustle. You talk all that shit about the Republicans all you want. The motherfuckers don't be having enough money in their campaigns and shit like that. The only one that's doing it like that is Trump. That's what people don't get. The only one who's rocking the house like that in the Republican Party is Trump. Why? Because for one, he already had money. For two, he's a businessman. This motherfucker's selling shoes, all different types of shit. Look what he does. Look what he does as a politician, bro. When have you seen a politician sell some shoes? And motherfuckers like, oh, see, he just, no, dog, he's a businessman. You can't get mad because a motherfucker know how to hustle. How are you mad at that? Y'all listen to rappers all day talking about selling poison. This dude's selling shoes. You mad because he getting in the Jordan lane? You mad because he getting the Adidas lane? Motherfucker, oh, so it's cool for Kanye to do it, but Trump can't do it. Shut the fuck up. Y'all just some hating weirdos. That's all it is. But like I said, he's the only one that can do shit like that. Ain't nobody else rocking no shit. Come on, man. You gonna buy some Mitch McConnell shoes? What about some AOCs? You gonna get some fucking what the hell is that motherfucking name? Sheila Jackson Lee's? Some fucking some Cory Bookers? Like, stop it. That's what I'm saying. The Republicans do that shit all off the strength. They get people to do that. You know how the Democrats do that shit? Through funding. They get all these little whatever that blue shit was called, where they just got all these different companies paying them. You know what I'm saying? And they work together. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter was in there. George Soros companies were in there. All different types of shit. They all backing up for Biden. It's all right there. So, the hustle is simple. Whoever has all the dummies is running the show. That's another thing to talk about. They just passed a $1.2 trillion bill to supposedly stop the government shutdown. Let me ask y'all a question. Why is it damn near every 6 months is almost a government shutdown? Dog, we're broke. Like nobody is getting this shit. This shit is scary as fuck. Bro, when you keep pulling 1.2s trillions, out of air. You're already in debt. You're already 30 something 4 trillion in debt. You're 34 something trillion in debt. Where is this money coming from? We ain't arguing. Now I feel Clay Higgins. I feel what he's saying. He's like, dog, you can't argue with, you know what I'm saying, the House speakers, bro. He's like, you can't kick him out, bro. He's like, he has to negotiate with a house full of wolves, motherfucker. They own the whole house. They're not gonna fucking budge. Like, they're not gonna budge, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the only thing that we can do. But I get her point on talking about money that's not there. And you giving it to Ukraine anyway. You want to still give money to people that, for one, salute Nazis, and then for two, that don't fucking matter, Pete. We just got out of a pandemic, Pete. As soon as we got out the pandemic, we fled from Afghanistan. We lost billions of weaponry there. Then here comes the Ukraine-Israel shit. I mean, then comes the Palestinian shit. Look at this shit. Motherfucker, I still got home. How the fuck do y'all got money to help these people? And then remember what they're doing over here. They're closing down schools to house illegals. They fucking stopping programs to help illegals. They putting illegals in 5-star hotels. Bruh, look. Everybody just, what's name got a new album drop. It's like, bro, y'all are bonkers. Like, you are crazy as hell. All I can say is, right now is a critical time, because, like I said, the Marjorie Taylor Greene and the Clay Higgins thing, as far as the speaker goes, the deal was fucked up. It was. And it probably ain't going to help nobody in the end. But until you guys get the House away from the Democrats, y'all, this country goes nowhere. This country goes nowhere, bro. They have the fantasy Hollywood. That's it. But other than that, ain't nobody doing good. Ain't nobody doing good. Even the liberal whites aren't doing good because they making all these weak ass children. All your children are weak. And I'm not saying it like, oh, you gotta be super macho man. No, bro, I'm being honest with you. All your children are weak. Their thought process is weak. Their arms are weak. They're not going to be able to back up anything. Like, when this stuff really goes down, what are you going to do? You're going to need protection. You're going to need muscle. You're not going to have any muscle. You're going to have a bunch of weak-minded people. And it's just going to be sad in the end, because it's I don't mean on some ignorant shit. No, I mean on some fact. Like, people are going to have to start really telling people, no, y'all don't make no. You got to tell them no. Y'all going to have to really be fucking cat with a pup daddy. Like, yo, you got to tell them no. Okay? Because the shit is getting bad. You be blind not to notice what the hell they're really doing. All right. Did Lil Boosie stop Charleston White from doing a show? He claimed it was Boosie who put the hold on his show. Like, I guess he couldn't perform on stage or something like that. And you know what I would say to that is, I'm not a super fan of Charleston White. He says some alright shit, but you know, anybody can say something right, motherfucker. That's not really hard. But the whole stopping people shows, like, bro, leave people alone. Y'all too old to be this fucking retarded. Just be glad that somebody's actually paying you. You know what I mean? Boosie fucking sucked. All these fucking rappers suck. To me personally, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing about the struggling broke guy who results to killing and selling drugs because he comes from a broken home. You know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I don't care about your home. I don't care about you. Right? Get a fucking job. Talk about putting families together. Talk about being somebody's friend, motherfucker. Be informative. It's not informative to tell me how to survive in this fucked up ghetto that technically doesn't have to be fucked up if you guys just stop fucking it up. Nobody else is doing it. There's no clan member around here. You know what I'm saying? You are the clan, motherfucker. You're the only one wearing the hood, shooting up and burning up and killing this motherfucker. Like, that's the thing. So, I don't think you should be stopping comedians from getting their money. And then how much props can a rapper get from stopping a comedian, people that do comedy shows? Bro, you're weird. Fucking Suge Knight was talking about how the people around Puffy should be guilty as well. You know what I'm saying? He's saying it's not only Puffy you guys should be looking at as guilty, because people have been knowing that about Puffy for years and nobody said nothing. So that could include Mary J. Blige. That could include a lot of different people from different record companies. Ooh, speaking of that, let's talk about some dirt. Yo, let's go back into the 90s files. So maybe you're young and you won't know, or maybe you will know, because a lot of people have grown on my page. Anybody remember the Menendez brothers? The dudes who killed their parents due to allegedly being molested by their dad. There was jokes about it on In Living Color. They made fun of it. So many other people made jokes about the Menendez brothers. So Judge Jeanine Pirro has a new show coming out, right? And she showed a clip where she was talking to a dude that was in that case. It was either one of the attorneys or the attorney, one of the two. So anyway, he talks about how there's a bunch of evidence that they did not allow in. And one of them was how anytime the dad was alone with one of the brothers, nobody was allowed to go down the hallway. You know what I mean? And it's like they said, that's very weird. Like, what kind of weird shit is that? Whenever he's in the room alone with one of his sons, nobody's allowed down the hallway. So it's like, all right, that's weird as fuck. But that wasn't allowed in. That wasn't allowed in as evidence. Now, always keep in mind that the family had money. They had big money. So maybe, you know what I'm saying, the dad doing stuff like that, I'm pretty sure he was doing more than just them. So he probably had clauses and contracts and stuff like that, because remember, they killed both of their parents. So they weren't allowed to use that as evidence. But I know why. Do you know that the dad was in the music industry as well? He was part of RC Records or RCA Records. So what she's alluding to it, she's not saying it yet, and plus I didn't watch it, but she's alluding to basically how the music industry is known for covering up pedophilia type stuff, since we have more evidence now. Remember how long ago the Menendez brothers is? It's like 92, something like that. It's way back then. So it's like none of these cases were out yet. The Michael Jackson shit ain't out yet. The R. Kelly stuff, the dad from Seventh Heaven, Kevin Spacey, Epstein. None of this stuff is out yet. And people blew them kids off like they was, lying, and they got locked up. But it seems like it turns, and the dad was really doing it. So, when you look at us, when we talk about this music industry, and people are like, nah, this stuff is not really going down and stuff like that, y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping hard. Man, they've been doing this shit like for a long time. His own son. Okay. Think about Britney Spears. Motherfucker like, oh, she went crazy. Man, you out your fucking mind. Do you know how fine Britney was when she did that Michael Jackson 30-year anniversary shit, bro. Britney Spears was smoking, and she always had a voice on her. It's like, yo, you can't hate talent, bro. Just because somebody's white or black, like that's just racist and ignorant. Britney was that girl. All right, so why the fuck did she go crazy? Motherfuckers like, oh no, it's just the industry. Dog, her dad was fucking robbing her blind, bro. She's a grown woman. She can't touch her own fucking money. Then he had her own pills. So y'all wondering why a person's shaving their head and shit is like, dog. What did Kanye say? They had me on open his weight trainers. So they talking about they gonna lock him back up in the basement and put him back on the pills. It's like, bruh. All right, then you see him out here in tight jeans and all these weird ass outfits, and y'all just think this is entertainment. No, bro, this is the freak show. That's what you looking at. You looking at Jason Whitlock. Motherfuckers don't like him. Motherfuckers say he's an Uncle Tom. He's a seller. All this shit. Do you know he's going down the earth? When I seen that, he talking about how basically it was all set up, and I'm sitting here flabbergasted because I'm it's fucked up that he's on this road because people are not, they're gonna shine it on because the elite Hollywood don't like him. But I congratulate him for going down that road because we need more people like that to talk about this. That's what we need. We need people that have a little bit more numbers to talk about this hoax and this Tupac case. It's like, bro, it didn't happen at all. This shit is not real. I'm seeing a lot of these gangbang murder cases because I'm watching these dudes like these no jumpers and Alex Alonso and all these different dudes. And when you see some of their shows, sometimes they show newsreels, and sometimes they show the ages of the 33. And I'm like, see, I be telling people, I told y'all this shit is all connected. It has to be. This is the land of spell casting. This is what they do. So it's like that's why they don't really like the elites and shit. They don't really be tripping off these murderers and wrongs. They if you notice, they only get away with so much. You don't be finding no major enterprises no more. They don't even send feds around like that no more. They don't even having 5-year cases and all that shit. These motherfuckers be giving people like 8 months, busting them, bust the whole group, the whole clique, busted 8 months. They ain't already linked up with the excuse me, what's that? The MS-13, this other gang out in El Salvador. It's like they already know who these people are. They know who these people is. They're not stupid at all. They allow certain things to go down because that's how they keep their business as usual around. You know what I'm saying? That's why they'll let a few criminals in. They know, yeah, you're going to manipulate other people to do crime. And now we have more criminals. Now we can lock more people up. Now there's the judges, the expediting the bus rides, the counseling, the drug rehab, the halfway house, the probation officer. You know what I'm saying? Legal fees. Bro, there's the pharmacy because they take you off the street drugs and put you on the pharmaceuticals. So it's like they're getting money from that. They give you free health insurance and all that stuff to keep you broke because the longer you're broke, the more they'll pay for it. As long as you're not making no real money, they can keep you on this little rinky-dink insurance that most people don't accept. You're going to have to go to the lowest form of, dental, health, all different types of stuff. They don't give you top-of-the-line service. A lot of people don't even take government aid, insurance. A lot of people don't. You got to go into the hoods or the little kid dentists. You know what I'm saying? You got to be messing with somebody who's trying to give you a lollipop at the end. It's like, it's just, it all comes together when you're looking at it right. When you're looking at it right, you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? It all comes together. But This shit is wild, man. This shit is wild as hell, bro. I think too many times people don't just, you know what I'm saying, sit back and try to collect. Like, yo, collect what's around, collect what they doing, son. You know what I'm saying? Collect the business of what's going on. Some people don't care. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a shit. You know, that's the majority. You just here to, watch everything fall the fuck off and it'll be what it is. But I think okay, on a lighter note, I think Selena Gomez got a breast job, yo. If that's real, if that picture is real, like she had to get a breast job or something because her titties ain't never been that big. And I was just like, damn, you still look the same, but you look like you got augmented, you know what I'm saying? Augmentation, you know what I'm saying? whatever. What else came out? Oh, so let's talk about this bodyguard. So Puffy's bodyguard, the one who witnessed his son and somebody get shot. He's a Muslim, and they say he's the same dude that was a bodyguard for Michael Jackson. And people are trying to put it together like he's the one who killed Mike. And I'm like, nah, this is where people be fucking. I'm like, y'all don't even remember anything. Nah, Conrad Murray killed Michael Jackson. That's who gave him the Deparal. But this Muslim bodyguard dude is interesting because if he's willing to watch Diddy do dirt and not say anything, did he also watch Conrad Murray do dirt and not say anything? It's like, that's pretty interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Because Conrad Murray said that Mike broke Sony Records and Mike is broke. That doesn't make any sense. And then there's another rumor that this bodyguard, this Muslim dude, was actually cool with Tommy Mottola. He was friends with him. Now, to me, you got the Masons involved because Conrad Murray's amazing. Then you got the Muslim connection involved, and it's like, well, we already know where that's going. People don't want to. You know what I mean? That's why they have this little ongoing beef that ain't really real. The motherfuckers all sit at the same tables anyway. Remember, The Simpsons showed you that. They showed you all the elites. They had turbans on. They had, suits and ties. They had the little Jewish outfit. Oh, bro, it was all there. So, I don't want to hear it. I told people it's monotheism. Like, that's why they all get along. All right, now hold on. Well, you say, why the pro-blacks speaking on Candace after she came out to Smart? That's a good point. And I did speak on it, I guess, because at the end of the day, Candace has specialized on making the Republicans a negative, even though college kids talk about the first roller coaster, Benjamin Montgomery, which I find interesting, and shout out to the Indians for this one. You're gonna like this shit. Was a melanated being. It was a black person. The propeller for the. Now, here's my thing. Out the propeller on the back of it, everybody knows the little wheel is on the back of it. Then how were they able to successfully use steamboats? Indians helped say that. Now I can hear people already. They'll be like, well, um, you know, this guy, if he's black, he was a slave. You can listen to his name, his white name. Well, for one, Benjamin is that name is extremely old, thousands of years old. It's interpreted. Um, there's a place called Benin on on the colonialism build. The there's a Benin on there. There's a type of wording for a long time. So Benjamin is not a white name. It is a biblical name. Then Montgomery, I don't believe that is a name. I believe that's a surname. I don't believe that's. I can't say this person's slavery was probably on some Prince Hall shit. He probably wasn't around some layman's just picking cotton. Hence why he made the propeller for the steamboat. Aren't free. They claim he was a slave. This is what they say. So dumb slave out of nowhere, he creates the propeller for the steamboat. Okay, from that science, you have to use your brain, guys. From that science, we got off the ground because from the steamboat propeller came the plane propeller. So we know who invented that. But what I'm bringing that point up to say is, can we really give, the raising up from Europeans credit anymore? Can we really do it? Because if their lives were made from us and they don't want people to know that it's from us, and supposedly we're coming right out of slavery, you're coming out of not being able to read, not being able to write, and then you just take off like that. It's like, wouldn't that technically conclude that somebody's lying that's been dumb all this time? How would they get smart? That it's just things that make you go or which checks out. I mean, look at all the weird shit going on. One last you guys about, is it possible that this year could be a turning point for the country? Could it be for the better? I'm saying, could people really wake up maybe this election year and start doing things the right way? I don't know. Change though, because old people can't keep getting hit in the head and robbed, and all this crazy shit just can't keep going bad out here. They put Sexy Red as top five greatest female MC. Are you serious? That's wild disrespectful. That's super disrespectful. Like, what the fuck? There's so much more to talk about. It's just we be here all day. Stay up, keep your mind focused. As far as everything else on the media mainstream, Yeah, hopefully people will start turning their heads and realizing what the hell's going on. They even trying to sue Apple for keep making these new damn phones. They're like, bro, these people are robbing you, bro. They give you like a new phone for 6 months and then make another phone. Like, oh yeah, it's got new features. Like, bro, you just robbing people, making them pay another $300 or $1,000, whatever, every 6 months. Like, bro, this is robbery. The hell out of here. Nobody's gonna keep doing this shit. Rest in peace, creator of Dragon Ball. But I do have to say something. I wasn't too saddened when I heard that information because I could have swore we heard that information the year before. I could be wrong. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything. But I could have swore before they more Dragon Ball made from him because he had passed away. I don't know. I don't know. That was a good creation, good creative, good things. It was cool. I still like Dragon Ball. I'm still. Oh, I guess we'll end on a good note. The new Beetlejuice is not for y'all. I just wanted y'all to know that if you're a fucking Gen Z, this movie is not for you. Okay, obviously it's from the '80s. It's for us '80s people, the people that were there, the ones who remember. But now we're not going to say, "Oh, can't come in, have a good time." That's not what we're saying. But I'm saying the reason that they have the cast that they have, and they didn't make a corny new cast, and they did it nostalgically. It's still kind of live and moving. I think the two people passed, but for the most part, all the actors is still well and moving and stuff like that. And I'm glad to see that. I'm not a big Hollywood fan though. They still around to do it again. It's always good to see. If you do something right first time, why not do it one more time? I'm out. Somebody had to pay somebody a lot of money. I think it was Grande. I think she divorced her husband and she had to pay him 1 point something $1 million. You know what? That's some whole shit, but it's not, because how many men have been paying women for years? You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre gave his wife, ex-wife, $100 million. Girl, you had to pay 1 point something. Shut the hell up. And you, fool, you better not blow it because you're gonna look like a damn idiot after the fact. Don't be a what was that dancer dude's name? What was Britney Spears' baby daddy name? Damn, I forgot his name. But don't be one of him. Don't be somebody like him. Look, you better do right with that money and be happy you won it. But yeah, I'm not offended by that. I'm not offended by Mary J. Blige having to pay. I'm not uh, offended by Wendy Williams having to pay. You damn right, motherfucker, paying you heifers for years. You can break off some fucking feel. Yo, man, enjoy your day. And it's just because, it's shit's crazy, yo. Shit is fucking crazy. Yo. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. With elections in November, even though I don't see that even changing anything, I really don't, because we too broke. And motherfuckers we just too broke. I don't see how that's gonna change anything. America needs a new invention. That's what it is. America needs a new stream, a new avenue to make money. They need a new revolutionary idea, because this shit is going down the tank, and I still ain't going nowhere. Just my ass. I said that America's going down the drain. I ain't say that the concepts. I change a gang of people's concepts. It's gonna be hard to go. Slowly but surely, it changes the way a lot of people think. Don't let them change you. Stay focused. Goes.